ready?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a fucking nightmare.
Bad girls make them say wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Say wow.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the episode. We have a very delicious fucking guest today and I am obsessed. She drove all the way from the Gold Coast, which was like, I don't know, like an hour drive or something like that.
Yeah, just stuck behind the slowsies, yeah.
Yeah, fuck. Anyway, so we'd like to welcome today a very yummy, a delicious woman, Tahnee from Minchkins. Anyway, so let's get straight into it. So I invited Tahnee on because she has a fucking sick story, so many fucking transformations that I have seen lately. And I was messaging her and I was like, girl, you have to come on. And she's been so vibey. When she came to the studio, she's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Everything was just like so much good vibes. And I feel so good because I'm in my work zone now. But then you're here and you're like, oh. Anyway, Tahnee, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you and let's get weird.
Okay. Tahnee, hi. Neurospicy, mama of two, boy mama as well.
Wait. Neurospicy.
Neurospicy, babe.
What does that term mean? I live under a rock.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, dyslexic.
Yeah.
ADD. Like I said to you yesterday when I read your message and I was like, what do I wear? And I thought you said wear nothing. And you were like, wear nothing fluoro. That's my brain. It basically jumbles stuff up. And yeah, so it's just like a real hipster. It's what the young kids use today term for being on the spectrum.
I'm going to say that to my brother because he's dyslexic as fuck. Like he puts everything back to front. He can't speak English.
Dude, do we just become best friends?
Yeah,
like me and you, bro. Like, we're like the same. Oh man.
My gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Tahnee, can I just jump straight in?
Hit me back.
Fuck it, right?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Right. So, you're a boy mum as well. How many kids?
2 boys.
Oh, yeah. How old are they?
16 and 8.
That is so fucking... Wait, you got 8 years in between them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, tell us about that. I want to start right there.
All right. So, I had Cooper incredibly young.
Yeah.
18-year-old mama.
Ooh.
Yep. Which honestly actually was great because I had a lot more power back then. Like, chased me around, was really invested as a mum, didn't go back to work. We were going to have one child. Yeah. We were just going to be a one-child family.
One and done.
One and done.
Where was that?
He was like my little bestie and like loved it. Lived every day with him. And then we bought our house. We're both working, getting back into it. Cooper's turning 8. Bam. HG kicks in. You're spewing every day. Fuck, girl, you're pregnant.
You had HG?
Oh, yeah. Twice. Not once, but twice.
So what, were you just like fucking and we're like, oh, we will not use contraception anymore and then what is it?
No, on contraception. Both times on the pill. Yeah.
Oh, that's scary. Bitches, just
if your husband's got potent swimmers, be fucking careful.
Lol, that is so fucking scary.
Yeah. So yeah, super surprised. Got really sick, kept my job at the time, but yeah, like lean out the door, spew on the way to work spec. Like
what were you
gnarly.
doing? That's fucked. Could you eat? Like how?
Not really.
Because HG, I see them on social media. I'm like, I feel. Did it last the whole time?
Cooper.
Yeah.
Whole time.
The whole time.
Yeah. Whole time. Right up until the day I went into labour, throwing up, lost like 35 kilos. Yeah. Nasty.
Is it like a weird little bloated alien?
Yeah.
Oh
like
my
God.
God.
Like mad pot belly.
You know, like in Will Smith, the Men in Black movie, and then there's aliens, those skinny ones with the pot belly.
That was me.
Is that you?
My little like tumbly and like my little squiggly. Oh man.
Just a skeleton with a belly.
Just like,
oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, so, and then, I can't do the maths. So you were 18 plus 8. What's that?
20
something.
20 something.
So 20 something. So then you got married and you did all that, but you're still working.
Yeah.
And then, so you had your youngest and you're like, holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then what was that like?
Moving back into, like, not that I wasn't a mother, but moving back into, like, that
zone.
young zone, like the and he was a
shit.
demand feeder and he slept only, like, 3-hour brackets. And I was like, the fuck are you doing here? It was challenging. Like, it was really, really tough to move back to when we'd gotten so far with Coops. Like, he was just his own little person now. So it was a big step back, but, like, wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, but
Finn is
it is what it
everything.
is. You're like, holy fuck,
Yeah.
this is turning my world upside down.
And I was like, cool, fine. All right, universe, let's fucking do this. I'm ready. So
Throw it at me.
bring it on.
Oh, fuck. Okay,
Yeah.
that's really cool. And then, okay, so you did that. So then how did your business come about? So it's called Minchkins, and I want to know the name, everything.
Yeah.
Because is it a printing business? Is that what it is?
So it's done a lot of evolving, like I
Yeah.
have as a person.
Oh,
it's evolved with me. So basically, when I initially started, I'll go right back.
We like
So,
that shit and get weird.
Let's go back, baby. So was working at BMW in an admin office. Fucking hated it. I'm not. Oh,
Not a vibe.
it's not a vibe.
Okay.
Not for a person like me. It's just office work. It's not a thing.
Your soul was just screaming.
It was just I needed to get out of there.
Yeah,
like,
that was
pre-baby.
pre-baby. Gotcha.
Pre-baby. So pregnant me gets made redundant.
Oh.
Yeah, savage.
Why
Very
did they do
emotional
that?
about
Yeah.
it too. Like I cried a lot. Them ugly tears came out. I was like, damn, kick me while I'm down. So yeah, basically Finn was only 5-6 months old. I had that realization that like I'm going crazy. I've got this demand feeding 3 hours sleeping baby.
Yeah.
I need something to reignite my soul so I do not absolutely lose it as being a new mum again.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Started thinking and I was like, cool, you're creative, you're fun, you're a bit like Lala. Why not make something that's based around kids? Got thinking, was like, yep, all right, I'm going to do slogan onesies, like those real nasty, like I'm a tits man, like.
I love that bitch.
Yeah. I had a
But back
milk
then-
vampire, all of them.
Wait, how old's Finn now?
He's like 6 months old. He's like.
He's at 6
tiny
months,
baby.
and you're just like, let's
gotta
fucking
do
do. And let's just
something.
set back the context. This is before everyone's woke and shit, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you can write whatever the fuck you want on the
yeah.
onesies.
Yeah,
So no one's
yeah.
calling you out.
Not yet. They'd come for me now, but it was, you know.
I love that
Yeah.
shit.
And they were the best. And I loved it. But it kind of hit a chokehold. Like I hit a space where I was like, cool, if I want to move this into actually making money, this ain't it. It's got to move. So we then moved into like sewing and stuff. Don't recommend it. Hate sewing.
What do you mean sewing?
Sewing.
Like you're sewing
clothes. Like, yeah,
Like
girl.
you're doing it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
fun. With a bet.
Oh, yeah. It was
How long did that last?
longer than it should have. Like,
Oh, that's so good.
I don't know, man. I was just like, I can do this. Didn't know how to sew. Like, I reckon I flunked sewing in high school. So I was like, why not? Yep, let's do this.
Did people buy them? What were you
Oh,
selling?
yeah. People bought it. And I'm like, don't wash
What
this.
does that say more about you or them? Who did
Maybe I'm just a good sales
Yeah, you were
chick.
just
I don't know.
you're just like, hey, I love this. This is a bit of my heart. And so, what were you sewing? Then we're still sewing kids' clothes.
Kids' clothes. So those little cute ass like ruffle bums and
yeah.
like little
I remember
pilcher
them, yeah.
outfits and
Cute
but
shit.
just cute shit.
Yeah.
Like, but it's time consuming. It's hard to do. Like reading those patterns, being dyslexic, like
Like, what
sew
did I do?
something up, you're like, that's inside out, man.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh yeah, and it got to a stage where I was like, cool, I'm going to start outsourcing this. But then time came into it, like you're paying someone else, it's taking
Yeah.
the time, and it's just like, nope, that ain't it either. So we flicked forwards again.
Why
and
Minchkins?
Minchkins name?
Did you have that from the very beginning?
Very beginning. The
Oh,
logo
yeah.
changed
Yeah.
drastically branding wise. Like
Yeah.
we look different now. It was very cutesy when I started,
Yeah.
very cursive, pretty little baby feet and things.
Oh,
I
cute.
know. But Minchkins is mini Munchkins. So I call my kids Munchkins, and by the time I built the brand, I'd had minis. I had 2 of them. So it's Minchkins.
Oh, that's so fucking cute.
I
like when okay, I mean it's very cool and
it's very edgy.
it's very goth. I love
edgy.
it. It's edgy. Okay, so we got to that point. We fucked off sewing. We fucked off
fucked it
shit
all
little onesie things. What are we up to now? How many years are you in here? Like 2-3 years?
We are about 18 months in. So this is all rapid fire.
Yeah,
like,
you're
I
like-
jump like
your
underwear.
ADHD is all like-
yeah. It's like going at all times. Realistically, you would know Gold Coast Girls in Business. So I got invited to join that group, joined it on the very first day it opened.
Oh fuck, that was
Yeah.
ages ago.
First day. And I was like, okay, sweet.
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
I'll
that was
join
like
this.
4 years? No, before COVID, right?
Yeah, pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Pre the world breaking
But
down.
yeah. Holy shit.
I know.
Because that's when I joined too. I was like, oh, this is a cool thing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I know, long time, but obviously that's evolved into like this incredible.
That's
like,
the whole. That's my goal. I want to get Asher on here and be like, Asher, let's fucking do this, bitch. She's a funny bitch.
She's a fucking bitch.
She
Isn't
is.
it so much fun?
You know, soon, I was just saying this, I don't know who the fuck I was saying it to, but I was saying like soon all those grouchy, like old CEOs, we're the millennials. That's gonna be us soon. And then the Gen Z, they're gonna be the millennials that's in the, oh, my bosses, but we're not gonna be like that because no one gives a fuck. Like, no one cares. But how crazy that's gonna be pushed out, and then we're the ones that's gonna be in that crusty old.
I'm not ready to be an adult, man. I'm not cut out for that.
We're
like,
not adults.
are we going to evolve into being adult? I mean, I don't even drink coffee. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
You're like, my energy can't take it.
No,
Oh, it's like my brother says, because your energy is exactly the same as my brother. Because I'm like, you're like, I get it. He just calls himself a kid with money now.
Yeah.
That's all he is just a kid with money.
Fucking
like,
unsupervised. Like, you're just out here whiling, and it's like, well, how did I become the one? How am I the adult now? I'll like call my mum sometimes, be like, dude, you can't be leaving me unsupervised out here. Help me, mum.
Oh god. Okay, wait, we got on a tangent. Let's bring this back home.
Business.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
So you got onto the Facebook group.
Yep.
Yeah.
Join the group. First couple of days in there, I was still pushing the baby stuff. I was
Okay,
still
that's
like,
fair.
cool, I can still be doing this
You're
sorts
still
of stuff.
hanging in there.
Still hanging in there. I
Yeah.
wanted to make it work. I was
Yeah.
like, I can't do the ADD thing. I'm not jumping away from it. Stay
Yeah.
on track. But I didn't, as you can tell. So a couple of days in there, like, you know, all those intro posts are happening.
Yeah.
Everyone's starting to meet everyone. It was very small in the beginning. Someone reaches out and is like, yo, do you reckon you could do that same method to make me a work shirt? I'm like, yeah? Like, why couldn't I?
Oh.
And that was it. That was the explosive moment. My brain just went,
This is
and
it.
I was like, this is it. This is what I'm meant to be doing. And it's just continually evolved since then. Like, we add new products, new methods, but it's all based around branding. Like, branding is my shit. I love it.
You're into that. You're like, yeah, this was my thing.
I love it.
Oh, I fucking love that. Tell me, because being a mum, owning your own business, having a husband, having all the fucking Neurospicy shit, I love that so hard. So what's your mental health like? What's happening here? Because I know for me, I'm fucked. I'm like up here, and then I'm down here, and then I'm up, and then now I'm getting here. But it's taking like so many years.
I bounce between a lot of those. Like, so many things have happened in the background of our life whilst we've been running the business. Like, that first throw in pre-starting the business, having another kid, like I said, he has finished our family and like just completes our world. But that was an adjustment. A couple of months, you know, after starting the business, adjustment, getting into being where we got to, and then COVID hitting, fucking adjustment.
Yeah.
My husband getting sick and running the business, huge adjustment. And then him being home with me. So after that diagnosis, him coming home and working in the business, another adjustment. We work well together.
True, because you've just been doing your own thing in your own ways, and now you're like, oh, there's another person.
He's so organised.
Yeah.
He's so, things have places. We put things away here, and I'm like, no. This guy, and he's like, what's next? And there's like patterns, and I'm like, nah. Nah. So that was the hardest adjustment. Him and I coming together as two vastly different people and trying to work under the same roof. And man, I love the fuck out of my husband. Like, I couldn't imagine days without him now. He's like everything to me in that office. I lean on him so hard.
Like, you needed that,
I
like,
need
grounding.
him. He is my grounding.
Yeah.
He's my rock. And like, everyone will think it's me because I'm this like spazzy, outgoing, psycho, bubbly, and he's really reserved. But it's him, man. Like,
It's a yin and yang.
I need him.
Yeah. Legit. Oh,
I've got the tattoo.
Really?
That's for him.
That's
Yeah.
cute.
So that's my yin and yang, because that is us. We are just,
I'm
opposites.
so horny for your marriage right now. That's so fucking
We're
sweet.
just opposites attract, like. But yeah, love the fuck out of him, man. He's the best.
Can I dive deep about the sickness thing?
Of course.
Is that all right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, can you, like, so what happened? How did you come through it? And then how did you do business while that was fucking happening?
Oh,
Were you a caregiver?
So we're early into like just pre-COVID when this happens. It's the day before his birthday. Yeah. So our son at the time, Cooper, like he was much younger. I said he's 16 now. He's really, really young teen sort of days. He says to me, do you think Dad will want pancakes for dinner? I'm like, fuck yeah, it's Dad's birthday tomorrow. Why can't we have pancakes for dinner? So he goes down to our garage, and like my husband's often in the garage. He's a motor mechanic by trade. So he's often down there tinkering, painting, like, I don't know, man, doing boy shit, like anything. And Coops comes back out to me. He's like, oh, Mum, Dad's having a sleep. And I'm like, what do you mean, dude? Like, he's like, yeah, he's not awake. And I'm like, okay. Like, walk down there. I'm like, having a sleep, like on the floor. Went down there. He's unresponsive. He is on the floor. I have no idea what's happened. I scream at Coopy. I'm like, get out of here, babe. Like, I don't know if there's a chemical or something's going on. Get him out of there. Tell him to go grab his brother. Like, Finn's like 2 at this time. So I'm like, baby, just get into your room. I'll like get mummy's phone. I need to call an ambulance. Pete's completely unresponsive. Took him a while to come to. I was on the phone to the ambulance and stuff, and they were like, what's happened? I'm like, I have no idea. He has no existing health conditions. I don't know. Ambulance gets there. I've, at this stage, carried him up the hallway, pulled the door shut. The adrenaline, babe. Like, because he was big
I'm just like, you're a tiny fucking person.
Like, yeah, I was this sort of size at the time, and he's like 100 kilos. And I'm like, fucking got to get him out of here. Something's happened. Honk him up onto my back. Waits up the hallway with him, get him onto the couch. Ambos arrive. He comes to him. Oh, he's going to kill me, man. Like, there's ambulance here. Like, I've called emergency services. He's awake. Like, he's going to lose his shit. Ambos come. She's like, oh, we think he's had a seizure. And I'm like, excuse me? I was like, no, he doesn't have epilepsy. No, I don't know. Like, it couldn't. They're like, does he do drugs? I'm like, no. And they're like, does he drink? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like, he does, but no, he's not drunk. He then has a seizure while they're there, like most mortifying thing of my life. And I'm like, holy shit, like my kids are still locked in the room. All the emotions are happening. And I'm like, what is going on? Just as well, paramedics in this country, like fucking hat off to them. They are just angels, walking angels on earth. So they inject him with something. Excuse my ignorance here. I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be something that stopped the seizure, but it left him unconscious. They were like, we're going to have to go in an ambulance. And I'm like, okay, call my brother. He's the first person I called. So I'm like, bro, I need you. And he's like, what's happening? I'm like, I got no fucking idea. I'm still composed at this time. Like I haven't broken yet.
Yeah. You're in mum mode.
I just it's all happening around me. And I'm like, okay, I need you. And he rides a motorbike. So I'm like, just fucking get here. I don't care how you get here. Just get here. He comes, takes my kids. We go in the ambulance, call my husband's parents. My brother's like getting my boys off. Get to the hospital. He's still unresponsive for like a long time after this, and we're in the emergency ward. He finally comes to. He's disorientated, doesn't know what's happened. I don't know what's happened. I can't explain anything to him. He's in agonising pain. So these grand mal seizures that he has.
They're the big
They're
ones.
big ones. And like they reckon it's like you've done 10 like marathons.
Yeah.
Like your whole body aches, everything hurts. And I was like, baby, I don't know what's happened. Like they said you've had a seizure. Like I don't know. Turns out he'd broken his shoulder in the fall. So he busted his scapula out backwards. And it was epic.
That is messy.
It was like the worst. And like we just didn't know what was happening. And it was a long night. Lots of testing started happening. It's about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Doctor comes in. We found a mass on your brain. And I'm like, what does that mean? And they were like, we can't be sure. We're going to have to it's an emergency. We're going to have to do more testing. And I just went into I got to go positive with everything. I'm always glass half fully. I'm like, this is going to be fine. You're going to be fine. It's going to be nothing. Like, it's going to be good. We rotate forwards a couple of days. There's more testing and things happening.
He's still in hospital?
Still in hospital.
Where are your kids at?
My mum's, bless her. I've got
she's taken
such a good family unit. I'm so very well supported in that.
Did you just have to tell work, business is shut down? Boom.
Yeah, honestly, I went into shutdown mode for a couple of days whilst everything was happening. 2 days in, though, I just have the ADD kicks in and I'm like, you're awake, babe. You're good. You're where you got to be. I got to go home and get this order out. And he's like, are you fucking kidding? I'm like, I'm sorry. I know that's ridiculous. I know you're in the hospital, but I feel strongly that you're going to come out of the hospital and we got to keep business going. This is how we make our money now.
Yeah.
Dull, I got to go.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love you. I'll be back soon.
Yeah.
went home, processed an order, got to the post office, back to the hospital. We're like going into the next day. It's cancer. I'm like, fuck. Okay, what does this mean? And they're like, so we do what's called a craniotomy. So they go in and do a brain surgery, remove the mass, test it, work out what it is, work out treatments moving forwards. And I'm like, whoa, okay, then it starts taking me back. I'm like, shit, like what's going on? Like, no, this can't be happening. And everything goes good. He goes into that surgery. He comes out. He's like I said, he's the rock. Like he's the strongest, most courageous, humble person I know. Like he is just everything. And he comes out of that surgery and he fucking axed it, babe. Like he's just, oh.
Like, this is another day of my life.
Yeah,
like,
he was fucked and he was sore but he fought hard. And then it's cool. They're bilateral tumours. He has two. He has one on one hemisphere, one on another. And I'm like...
And they found that in the surgery?
Yeah, so he's got bilateral, like two tumours, both sides of the brain. So he has that first surgery. There's a lot of conversation about you can't have a second surgery. And I'm like, so what does that mean? Like you just leave a tumour in someone's head? Like, Then they're like, okay, this one was what stage it was. We're going to go after the other one. And I'm like, okay. So then we go into cognitive testing and like all this really expensive, non-Medicare covered crazy stuff you got to do.
What do you mean? Like how much would something be?
So the cognitive testing itself was about $3,500 and it's complete out of pocket.
$3,500.
Yeah. And it's just testing your ability to be able to go for that second surgery. If they're afraid it's going to leave you cognitively unable to go, like live a normal life, they won't go for it. So, you know, being the fucking, like I said, courageous motherfucker he is, he smashed it. And they were like, nah, you got this, dude. And I was like, of course you fucking do. Like, why wouldn't you? You're just everything.
How long is this process since the first diagnosis to the cognitive testing and everything?
Okay, so first diagnosis, like I said, day before his birthday. He's a May baby. So first surgery happened in May. Couple of months passed. They're deciding to go for that next one.
Oh, that's very quick.
Yeah,
this is a whirlwind.
It's crazy. So then they start all that cognitive testing, doing all the things. So then November, he's having his second surgery. So it's like 6 months apart. Yeah. But again, he's just so
motherfucker.
strong, man. Like he just was like, yeah, I got this. I can do it. And I'm like, you can do this. Like you can't not do this because I fucking need you. Like you're coming out of this, man. It's a non-negotiable because I need you. You can't leave.
That faith is strong.
Yeah. So I was like, no, I need you. You're coming back. Came out of the second surgery like a fucking champ. He rung me. He woke up and was like to the nurse, can I call my wife? Because I'd had to go home to the kids.
Yeah.
Oh, because the plot thickens there. My mum had ended up in the hospital by the time he was having his second surgery. So I didn't even have my support people through that second one. And I was like, so she's gone in for surgery. He's gone in for surgery. And I'm just like, oh, man. And then chuck COVID in there too. Like, this is all happening in COVID. So it's wear your mask to the hospital. You can't come in at this time.
So you all had to get all your jabs and all that shit to get into, wouldn't you? So what was happening with the kids and how were they coping with that? Was that hard?
Finn suffered really terrible separation anxiety. Like, he's my youngest.
Yeah.
He's just over 2 at the time. Like, it's a lot.
That is a lot.
It was a lot.
Because I don't understand.
He just didn't get it. Like, he'd spent all this time with me. And like I said, demand-fed, breastfed baby. Like,
everything.
And he's like, excuse me, where are you going, Mum? And I'm like, sorry, man. Like, I got to be there for Daddy.
Yeah.
But then, like, also trying to keep that, I also have to be there for them. Like, they needed me
and the business was still going.
Business was still going, yeah.
Bitch, that is a lot.
Yeah. And
so we just fried.
Yeah.
You were just survival mode.
I was just surviving.
Yeah.
And I talk about it a lot now still. Like, people be like, I don't know how you fucking do it. I'm like, truth, man, I don't know how I do it. Like, I look back.
You had blinkers on. And you just had your blinkers on and you were like, one day at a time, I'm guessing.
Just one foot in front of the other. It's my biggest thing. Like, you just got to, like, you're walking the tightrope and it's just like one foot in front of the other. But like, it's been a heavy, crazy journey, but I think I thrive through adversity. Like, this stuff happens. I'm like, cool, no, I'm after it more now. Like, I got, like, it's it's going to work. Everything's going to work. We got to do this. So yeah, it's been wild,
I
babe.
fucking
but
love that.
yeah,
And so, how's husband now?
he's fucking awesome.
Is he like?
Yeah. He goes for
Clear?
MRIs
Yeah.
every 6 months. So
Yeah. Is that what usually happens? Is that a thing?
you don't go into remission for brain cancer, so they'll never tell you like.
Oh, you're
good.
chill. Yeah.
But they'll just continue to check you. And he has an oncologist at the hospital that I love, and his name's Wade, and he's just the best. And he tells
thanks,
Pete,
Wade.
Thanks, Wade. You rock, man. He tells Pete one day, it gets to 7 years after your diagnosis and everything, and we tell you to look out for reversing trucks. And I'm like, I fucking love that, man. I love
We want that
Yeah.
banter. Keep it light. We're still excited.
It's heavy, and I get it. I'm like, they don't got a fun job, man.
Yeah.
Like it's heavy. Like
I couldn't even imagine.
I couldn't. Like it's just
Medical field. I can't even do daycare because I think I'd just be crying from the kids, crying from their mum. I couldn't do anything
I
like
am
that.
an emotional motherfucker. Like I couldn't do it.
Oh,
so yeah.
hats off to those. Oh
The
my
best
god.
man. Like I said, walking angels. Like they're just angels on earth. And it's not till you go through something like this that you really get to that next level of a huge appreciation for the medical staff in this country. Like it's insane.
Fuck. Yeah, we are very. I always say this to people. I'm like, you should be very careful. Like, our doctors are free.
Yeah.
I know you have to pay for the appointments now, but it's pretty fucking good considering America and all that shit. Insurance, you can't even pay to go to the doctors.
Exactly. Even having the opportunities to have the tests and things in this country is huge. So
It's massive. So, what happens with you, Pete, isn't it?
Pete, yeah.
Yeah. What happens with your marriage? What that would have gone through. I know you would have been survival mode, but did you eventually break down? Your nervous system would have been so fucking fried, and holding the husband, holding the business, the children, and I'm guessing you probably had normal family and health and everything else that's going on in the background too.
Well, like I said, my mum is a single mum. She's another rock in my life. Like she's had health issues
bad
her
bitch.
whole life. She's a fucking bad bitch.
Yeah.
Man. She's gonna listen to this and be like, "Dude, I'm gonna cry."
We love you, Mum. We love you.
Love you, Mum. Not having her was really hard for me too. Like as someone I lean so heavily on, for a lot of things in my life, having them both out of action same time really caught up with me sort of when they both came out of hospital. So mum got released almost to the week that Pete got released.
Fuck.
Being a single
I just
mum.
got goosebumps.
Yeah, they both came out same time, and mum moved in with us. So they were both kind of living under our roof, and then that's when it really started to set in. Like, I'm the guy now. Like, we were talking before about, I'm the adult, and I'm like, no. I can't be the adult. I'm nowhere. Like, I can't be the one looking after everyone. I need all these people. How am I meant to, so, but I haven't had, the breakdown I would anticipate I thought I was going to have. I haven't, I didn't break down.
Yeah.
I
You
had
just had,
dark
little mini
days.
things.
I had emotional days. I had days where I just cry for, no fucking reason. I'm like, fuck, this is heavy. This is a lot. But I was like, no, it's all going to be okay. We've got this. The universe has got me. I know she does. I've dealt with a lot of shit and adversity in my life. Come on.
Yeah.
Give me something good here. And
I
we're
love
on
that.
this side of it now. And I'm like, yeah. Fuck
You did it.
Fuck you, universe. I love you, bitch. Yes.
I just got so many fucking tingles. I was like, Okay, so because now I know all of that, I need context from where this attitude comes from. Tell me, what were you like as a kid? What was your childhood? Were you a fuck teenager? Were you good? You have a single mum. So you and your brother, you were telling me before, you're close, right?
Yep.
Just so Tahnee watched the episode that I did with my brother. She was like, that's exactly the same.
Yeah, man.
To the T, I was like, okay, cool. So to get a very close relationship like that, take me back.
All right.
What makes you you? Because everyone knows childhood is
It's where all your trauma comes.
yeah. It's that's your cuppa, and then the rest is life with the tea.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
So,
100, babe. Oh, man. All right. So, single mum basically my whole life. My dad is a royal piece of shit.
Oh.
Yeah. He's not a very nice person.
in and out of your life?
I think my mum kept him in our life because she's that queen shit. Oh. She'd call him the day before our birthday. Don't forget it's your kid's birthday. And we just idolised him, man. Young us. I just pined for him so bad. I wanted him to be in my life, and he just would show up and I'd be like, oh my God, and I'd melt about my daddy's here. Like,
Yeah.
but it wasn't him. It was just all a fahoozy. It was all fucking fake. And she was just always covering for him.
I love that for her.
She's a fucking queen, man.
That is mad respect.
Yeah. Like, and for all the bad things he'd done to her, like he cheated on her, like with one of her sisters. I know. And I was like,
That's juicy. What the fuck? Are they still friends?
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Life's
family.
moved on.
Yeah, it's like family. You're like,
She's got 12 sisters, so it's all right.
holy, what?
Yeah, 15 sibling family, big family. I got like 100 and something cousins.
Is this why
too.
contraception doesn't work on you?
It's not effective for our family.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, okay.
It's wild.
Okay, so you had that all growing up. Is that, were you ever had him at home the whole time, or she been a single man the whole time?
Single mum whole time.
Oh, so from the fucking get-go.
From the get-go. He was gone, I was probably a toddler. So like my brother and I are super close.
Yeah.
There was obviously, now that I'm an adult, there was probably still some honky times, and like that's where my brother came from. But yeah, no, cut ties completely. Not together. My whole
Really?
life. It wasn't until I hit my teenage years, and like I was a bitch, man. I was that out in a fucking paddock. I'm at a sleepover. No, you're not. You shit-faced on double blacks in a fucking paddock at your mate's house.
Did you just say double black?
Oh yeah, I can't smell them, dude. Sanitizer makes me want to spew. COVID nearly killed me for that. I'm like, this smells like vodka.
It really does. Doesn't
It
it?
does.
I don't know what it was in those teenage years. Those double blacks, they fucked you. I don't know what it is for Gen Z now, what their drink is, but those Smirnoff double blacks.
What are they called? Those little cans. They're
Seltzers?
pretty. Maybe Bill. I don't know.
Oh yeah, something
Bill,
else.
Biltong? No, that's jerky.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Wait, what does your son? Does your son start dabbling now? He's 16.
Nah.
Nah?
He's straighty 180, and I'm like,
love
did I
that.
bring the wrong kid home?
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like me, but he's such a good boy, man. And I'm like, hat off to
Shit,
me. I'm
yeah, I was like,
pat
yeah, that's
on the
on
back,
you.
boo. Good fucking parenting. He's a great kid.
Oh, I love that.
He's the
Okay,
best.
so you're a crazy teenager. When did that
Oh,
kick
yeah.
in? Was that because dad was in and out? Did you see other parents, like other parent relationships, and you're like, why isn't that happening to me?
Like I said, I pined for my dad hard, like right through my teenage years.
Oh,
But
through that too?
Yeah. Like he's on and off, man. He's been
Yeah.
on and off in our life all the way through, really, really young, right up until like my teenage years. And I do think I rebelled a little bit because of that.
Definitely.
But my mum also got sick when I was a teenager. So I think that's what really drew my brother and I closer together. My mum ended up in intensive care for a 3-month stint.
How old
when
were
I-
you?
16.
So you just guys looked after yourself?
Had family come down, one of those 500 family
Yeah.
members I talked about.
Fucking hell.
But it's close to Christmas, and they're like, you're going to have to come say your goodbyes. Like, she's
no.
her body's shutting down. And we're like, no. Like, I'm like, like, it didn't compute for me. I was like, no.
I feel like this is the Tahnee special.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to call it that
Yeah,
because you're like, it's not.
We're not doing this.
Nah.
I go into this mode, I'm like, no. No, and I
Yes.
stomp my feet down, I'm like, no. And I go bratty, I'm like, we're not fucking doing this.
Yeah.
No. And I think I rebelled a little bit because of that too.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a fucking lot. And you're
that's-
hormonal. You're a teenager. There's boys. There's school. There's parties. And your mum's fucking sick. And then you have to being told you have to go say goodbye. So what happened when you got there?
So we spent a lot of time in that intensive care unit. Her body was shutting down, so they've put her into a coma basically to let her body try and heal itself. She had a illness that she contracted from an air conditioning system, and it's called Legionnaires, and it basically just like it fucked up her insides, man.
What
Like,
the
it's-
fuck? That's
yeah.
a thing?
It's scary shit, dude. The world is fucking scary. To Mike, nope, and I still do it now. Like I was saying to you, like with girlfriends and things for him, I'm like, I'm watching you. Like, you treat
Can't
my
help
babe.
it.
I know he's a shit bag, but he's my shit bag, and you fucking treat him good. But
Okay, so you were handling him as well then. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember doing that with my brother too. It was his mum. It's like,
Yeah.
oh.
I heard the potty and I was like, oh babe.
Yes. You're like, I understand.
I feel you.
So you basically stepped into the role, and then you go into there, and then what? She just came out.
So, like that thing, like they're like, you know, you got to say your goodbyes, and I'm like, I don't think I'm doing that. Like, no, I'll go in there, and I'm holding her hand, and I'm talking to her, and I'm like, nah, Ma, like, no, we are not doing, like, no, I need you, and it's. I can't even give you the exact timeline. Like, it's honestly like a bit of a blur for me.
Yeah.
Like, it all just blurs into
Trauma.
each other. Yeah,
Blurry.
fuck yeah, man. She came out, obviously.
Yeah.
Yep.
What a bad bitch.
She's
So that is so fucking cool.
fucking insane. Like,
Yeah.
I get all my resilience from her.
you're
She'll be like, you're so amazing. I'm like, bitch, look at you. Like, yes, where do you think I got it from?
Have you, when you say you rebelled and stuff, did you ever rebel against your mum or just rebel in general?
Oh, we fought a bit.
Yeah. That mother-daughter.
Oh,
It's a complex.
I'm surprised she talks to me sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I pulled out some of those nasty, like, no, you're not going to that party, you're not going to that disco. I'm like, don't suppress my life because you don't have one. Like, bitch, man. And I'm like, I can't believe she still loves me, dude. Like,
Now as a mother, you're like,
mean. I'm like, yeah, I get it.
I get it.
It's
Like,
the youngest, not the big one. He's my angel. That little one, he's like, whoa. He gives me a run for my money. I'm like, yeah, you're my karma. All in one gorgeous little package.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
so that's a fucking lot, girl. So then...
It's a lot.
But then you got pregnant at 18.
Yeah.
So you met Pete
Met Pete.
right out the bat.
Like glue. So I came out of I started dating this guy in high school. I've always gotten along better with guys.
Yeah.
And I used to get pinned as a slut for that. And I was like, no. I just
Wait,
don't.
pause.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that side thing? What the fuck is with that and what is
get
going
it.
on? It's because, you know why? It's because we have a brother and they're next to us all the time, so we know how to be with men.
And it's comfy.
And it's chill.
It's not bitchy.
No.
Like, I don't know.
Why do they always say like, oh, you're a slut? No, I just know how to get along with it. Maybe you're just shy, you want to be that, but then you're going to be called a slut.
Facts,
Did
man.
that get into your brain?
Not really.
No?
I pushed back on it hard because I also love cars. It's another way my hubby and I blend hard. I'm a rev head. So
You're
a lot of the
very
guys-
sexy. That's very sexy. I'm like, Tahnee.
Stop it. But yeah, like we hit senior and like this guy that I'd been friends with for ages and I was like, oh, fuck it. Like we've been friends for all this time. And
Oh, so from school?
yeah.
Oh, are you high school?
No, not Pete.
Oh,
different
the other guy. I was
Different
like,
guy, different
I'm
guy.
confused now.
I
Okay.
wish
Yeah.
it was Pete. I wish I'd known him longer. He's the best.
I'm obsessed with him too.
He's the fucking best, babe.
Okay, so you were this fuckwit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
Did you lose your virginity to him?
yeah, no.
Oh, it's prior. Hey, I was
The,
15.
the,
I don't
the,
give
the
a fuck.
drunk in the paddock shit.
Yeah,
You know how it goes.
Those double blacks. We're like,
double blacks.
please
falling
erase
and
my
stuff.
memory. Yeah.
I made some bad choices. There was plenty of them.
I literally, what can you do in that trauma time? You got nothing to ground you, hold you down.
Nothing.
Everything's a shit show.
Got no fucking dad.
Yeah.
Mum's in the hospital. Like, yeah, fuck, yeah, what?
No one's
Fuck.
parenting you. You're like,
It's just while out time. It's like, go.
yeah.
Be free.
God, you're making me feel so bad. I'm like, thank you, Tahnee. You're like my therapist now.
Oh. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you with him until year 12?
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Go to formal with one of my other mates though. Like,
Juicy.
we went to high school together,
Yeah.
so we were both Southport. I don't remember a guy named Niall.
No.
Oh,
I didn't grow up here. Yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, he came to formal with me, not my boyfriend at the
That's
time.
random.
But
What was
we're-
your thought process?
He's just a good friend.
Yeah,
And
that's
he didn't
nice.
have anyone to go with. And I was
Aw.
like, boo, I got you. We'll
Yeah.
go together. We bought his suit, like, did all the cute shit. He was a great, mate. And like I said, I had lots of guy
Yeah.
mates. So, yeah, we went to formal together, not with the guy I was
cute.
dating. But the guy I was dating he was too clingy. And I will be the first to say, I think I just had commitment issues. And
Yeah.
I was like, no. No, this is, you're giving me the ick.
Yeah, the ick.
Sorry.
It's like that's simp behavior. No.
I'm not ready. Sorry. Separate from him. And
You're
then meet
17,
Pete.
obviously. You're not ready. Like, you're
Yeah.
17. Okay, so then how did you meet Pete? Were you out of school doing that BMW job?
No, man, I've had so many jobs. I change like undies. It's,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a thing.
You're just like,
yeah,
it's that neurospicy in you, girl.
you're a spicy baby. Yeah, all right. So out of high school, 18th birthday, Still sort of seeing this guy, but I'm like, we're on the skirts, man. Like, I don't think I'm doing this anymore. So I'm starting to ice him out because he's not copping the we're not together anymore. I'm like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. And he's like, but I love you. I'm like, oh, no.
That's too much.
Babe, it was a lot. There was like flowers turning up to my work a lot. And I worked in retail at this time. And everyone's like, oh my God, you got flowers. I'm like, does someone want to take them home? Because I don't want them. Like, I'm not keeping these. I'm like, no, no fucking way.
That makes me feel so fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah, and it was. And it was a lot for me. I was like, Can
you just stop? Like, just stop and that's it.
I said no.
Yeah.
We're not together anymore.
Are you giving him any indication that he could still think that you guys are together? Like, are you still like, you know, when you break up but then you're still fucking?
Yeah, no.
Oh, so you don't even
Cold
do that?
turkey, man. I wasn't even messaging him. I'm like, dude, fucking chill. Yeah. And then the flowers start coming to work and then he's like out in the car park when I'm leaving and I'm like, and I didn't drive at the time, so I'm like catching buses and shit. I'm like, I don't want to lift. Just drop it. Yeah. I don't need you. So start hanging out with some guy mates from school who are drifters. Like they're into motor racing. Cool. They've got imports, and I'm like, one of my good mates, Tom. I'm like, take me out, man. I need to get out of the house. Like I got to get out. This guy is smothering me. He knows where I live. He's texting me. I'm like. And this is pre-social media, you know, so it's all on the phone, and I'm like,
you can't even ignore it. You can't just swipe it off your notifications.
It's not like is it Tinder?
Yes,
I know. I missed that.
Yes, I was like, I don't know that.
Yeah,
period.
I don't get it.
Okay, and then you go out with Tom.
Yep, so out with my mate Tom, we're drifting. He's like, we're going to go pick up this guy. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I was only talking to my husband about this morning because I just love the fuck out of my husband, man. I like smother him with love. Like,
I love him too.
He's just, yeah. He's like, you know, the Pepe Le Pew cartoons where like Pepe's like hugging the girl, like skunk.
No
and
idea. Is this an Aussie thing?
It's an American cartoon. Oh, you got to go watch it.
I wasn't allowed to watch anything overseas. I was locked in.
No TV.
Okay, so Tom, and then he's like, hey, let's do a little detour.
Yeah, we're picking up this guy. I'm like, okay.
How does he know him?
Drifting.
Okay.
Yeah, different schools, different circles, different everything.
Gotcha.
But he knows Pete. And we go and we pick him up from the house in Helensville, which is still his parents' family house now.
That's so nice.
And like, you're going to like wet yourself about this. It's so cringy cute. So he walks outside and like my husband's got really like cool ass curly hair and it's a little bit shorter at the time. And the front light's on. It's kind of nighttime. And he walks out and there's like this glow behind him. And I'm like, damn.
She's wet. She's fucking wet.
I'm like, Tom, who is that? He's like, oh, it's my mate Pete. And I'm like, he's hot. He's like, you can't say that. He's got a girlfriend. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Stop.
Yeah. So I was like, damn.
Juicy.
I was like, so why put him in front of me? Like, fucking good one, dude. Gets in the car and I'm like, yeah, he smells good. I'm like, he smells good. He looks good. And I'm like, it's a shame you have a girlfriend, man. I don't step into that boundary. Yeah. I'm not in the...
But you kind of just like, damn it, motherfucker.
I'm like, damn, yeah, lucky her.
Yeah.
We meet said girlfriend that night, who's not actually his girlfriend. She's just toying him along. She's out in other guys' cars, and she is a car slut.
Oh, I love that.
She is the car slut.
It's not me. Okay.
Okay.
That is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're out. We're street drifting.
We love a good slutty girl, man. She's just doing her own thing, and she's like, yeah.
Are we allowed to talk about the street drifting? And is someone listening to it? I was listening to your thing yesterday. I'm like, damn. Do we have to be careful?
That's why I was thinking. I was like, what's the wokeness of it? But I was like, I don't give a fuck. They can't pinpoint shit.
No.
Anyway, so you're doing the drifting.
We're drifting.
What outfit are you wearing, by the way? Like, what do you think? Because you didn't know that you're going to pick up this hot dude.
Probably not something cute. I remember what he's wearing,
yeah?
like down to the shoes and the he had like those.
I feel like have you ever like watched like Twilight or anything like that or anything? So, imprint. I feel like you imprinted because the way you talk about him, I feel like you imprinted. You did a Jacob on a Renesmee. He looked into you like that's it. He was glowing for fuck's sake.
He was fucking glowing. He comes out of the front door and I was like. Excuse me, are you real?
Oh, that is so cute. Okay, so that night. You just like, all right, cool. And then what? Are you like touching shoulders by accident? What was the electricity charge?
All right, so we're out drifting.
Yeah.
We're street drifting.
That's so hot.
I don't street drift anymore. We're all standing like, so I don't know if you've ever been out in like that sort of setting, but everyone's just kind of standing on the edge of the street and people are just like ripping skids in industrial areas and stuff. It's crazy.
That's so fun.
So I'm standing beside Pete, in between him, Tom, a couple of other mates that were out. One of these other guys we know is doing the street drifting, loses it, mounts the gutter, nearly takes us all out. Pete pulls me back, pulls me out of the way.
First contact?
First contact.
Oh,
and I'm
getting
like,
shivery.
I know. And I was like, he touched me. Oh my God. That other chick's out with us and stuff too. And I'm like, you're not allowed to touch me. You got a girlfriend. But touch me again.
Is that instant, like you just know when your body
electricity.
is
I was like, and I've just gone through this whole, I have commitment issues. I don't want to be with him. And he like touches my shoulder. I'm like,
God's like, nah, fuck your bitch. Here you go.
yeah. Universe is like, have him.
Yo.
He's for you. And I'm like, oh,
Thank you. Okay, so what happens?
All right. So we go to drop that chick home.
Yeah.
The other chick.
Yeah.
The one.
See ya.
Yeah. Bitch.
Yes.
My
man now.
And she gets out of the car, and being the outgoing, arrogant bitch I am, I'm like, what are you doing with her? Like, are you even together? Like, and he's like, oh, and like it's complicated. I'm like, fuck her. You're
Just
too
straight
good for
up.
that shit. I'm just, and
Yes.
like just going at him this whole drive. So she lives in Labrador. His parents are in Helensvale.
Oh, that's
So
a good
it's that
15
whole
minutes.
drive.
Up
And
the
I'm
motorway.
Just, I'm
You're
just
like,
punching
yeah.
at him. I'm like, no, she's no good. Drop him home. I was like, so nice to meet you. Like, I don't drive at this time. Tom's driving. Tom like smacks me in the arm. He's like, bitch. And I'm like, he goes, you can't fucking say that. I'm like, she's an idiot. And like, you know, he needed to hear that. And I think that was it for him too.
Yeah.
Like meeting this person, like he's a bit straighty 180, comes from a really nice straighty 180, beautiful, like churchy family.
Chill family.
Oh yeah.
No
And then he
drama,
meets
thanks.
this like chick who's like nothing he's ever met before, and he'll tell me too. He's like, I knew that day.
Really?
Like he's like, you were like nothing I'd ever met before. And I was like,
You got him out of his little fucking little hole. Yeah. It's like, who's this bitch? And you probably glowed in your own way.
oh yeah, man.
Oh, you're like,
Thank you.
so he made the first phone call?
He
Texted? MSN? What the fuck is it?
Oh,
around that time?
MSN
Was it
exists
MSN?
back then.
Yeah.
It's rife. He took my number out of Tom's phone, so he stole my phone number to contact me
Oh, that's so hard.
out of Tom's phone, and I was just like, it was so Romeo and Juliet to me. I was like, oh, stop it. And all he texted me was that he was like, they were coming to pick me up, and I was like, oh my God, he texted me. I was like, I'm just gonna save this number. And that was it. From that moment, like, we became inseparable. Like, we sat in the back of Tom's car that day and like ended up holding hands, and like it's just been that since then.
Really?
Inseparable. Like, we've spent every single day together.
That is so fucking cute.
Yeah.
That is so hot.
And that was it. Like, it was that moment. It was that pullback, and it was that glow, and it was like, you're my person.
You're my man.
I know.
Oh, I literally love that. Okay, well now that I want to deep dive more into that because in the time that how old are you?
35.
Yeah, why are you going like that for? Bitch, I'm 30.
35?
Yes, you look hot as fuck. Like look at this little. I'm 35. I'm like curling up in my sick green shoes and like my fluoro pink nails and a sick fucking rebranded thing. Yeah. Right. I want to touch on two things. One, sex, if that's okay,
Oh, fuck
because I need to talk about this specifically because you have been together for so long.
Yep.
And because I've been in a marriage for so long.
Yep.
There is. So, question. Did you teach him? He teach you? What was the conversation? Because you're both young. He's coming from like a really chill, churchy background. You're wild. You've already done a few. So, like, what was your sexuality through the fucking 50,000 years that you've been together? How many years? It's like 20 something.
We've been married for 15 years.
15 years.
15 years last week was our wedding anniversary.
How long did you get married after you were together?
We have a very similar story to you and your hubby.
Oh, so
We-
pregnant straight away.
Yep,
then,
met.
yeah.
Inseparable. Fell pregnant with Cooper 6 months
Oh,
into knowing each
bitch,
other.
fucking
And everyone's
hell.
like, oh my God. I'm like, no, this is forever.
Yeah.
Like,
I give fuck.
I think his parents were scared.
Oh,
Truth.
fuck yeah.
Like, they were like, who the fuck is this chick? You aren't even married. Like, he moved out of home with me. Like, I just
I
like
love
stole their
that.
son.
Yeah.
I was like a fucking storm. I just came in, I'm like, give him to me. He's mine. I can't ever not be with
Oh,
him.
I
He's
love
mine.
this.
So as the outgoing crazy person I am, I was a little closed off sexually. Like I wasn't out of the basket. I wasn't like, it was very like, get me, missionary. Let's do it. But I
your
have
parents
evolved
open-
greatly. Like, my mum, big time. My mum's an open book.
Oh, so when you were growing up teenager though, how did she talk about sex?
Very openly.
Very openly.
She like we butted heads, but she just ultimately wanted to be my bestie.
Yeah,
she
true,
just
true.
like I'm her firstborn daughter. She just wanted to be so close with me.
So she obviously knew you were going fucking. Like, were you buying condoms? Like, what's happening here? She put you on the pill?
I started the pill very young, definitely, and was on that right up until, and always condoms with everyone else. Rode dirty with Pete. I was like,
you're like,
get in me, take me.
I love you, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Rode dirty,
you're
I'm like,
mine, man. We are together forever. And then when I fell pregnant, I was like,
oh shit. Yeah.
no, I take those little pills every day. Like, don't they do something for that? And I was like, nah, that's not real. Because I'm sick, man. Like, I didn't know I was pregnant. Like, I'm violently ill. Like,
For a long time?
we think I'm dying. Like, it's
Oh,
like
okay.
8 weeks in, maybe. And I don't
Stop
know
it,
how I didn't
bitch.
even know I wasn't
That's
fucking, like, didn't have a period in that time. And I'm like,
you're young. You're like me.
and I'm spewing
Yeah.
like every day. Like I couldn't keep water down. I couldn't keep like nothing stayed down. So I'm dropping weight. Like I look like the MIB thing. I'm like one of those little pot bellied, like gangly,
shit.
bony, like 50 kilo skeleton.
What did Pete say? Was he like, what the, you need to go to doctors? Like, what's happening?
he's such a like he will encompass you with that. And he's like I've got some health stuff going on myself. And he's like, go to the fucking doctor. I'm like, yes, I'll go. He's like, no, you're always looking after everyone else. Go.
Oh, we love Pete so much.
Fucking love him.
Okay. And then
So
you
I'm sick, like fucked up sick. End up going to the hospital because my mum's like, no, something is wrong with you. You've never
she
been
didn't
this sick in your life.
either.
No, none of
Oh,
us
because of the
clicked.
pill and everything. Yeah, true.
Go to the hospital and like the nurse comes in and she's like, okay, so you're going to need to stop taking antibiotics and stuff because I'd gone to doctors and things. They're like, take this antibiotic, you got a stomach bug, you got this, you got
fucking you
that.
took antibiotics. Oh, shit.
Didn't even do a pregnancy test. I now know further in life, I'm like, isn't that the first thing you check at the
That
doctor's?
is-
Like,
What a fuckwit.
I know. And the nurse is like, almost like knocked it into the bin. She's like, well, stop taking this because you're pregnant. I'm like, excuse me? And Pete's like, and we're all like looking at each other and I've got my mum in the room too because she's come to the hospital with us and I'm like, awkward.
So's mum.
Sorry, mummy. Because we're 6 months into a relationship. Like, we've
And
only been
18,
dating.
motherfucker.
And babies.
Yes.
And like, he's a fresh relationship too. I've just come out of this like clingy,
Oh, yeah.
like, and I'm like, I've got commitment issues, mum. I don't want to be with anyone. And then I'm like, okay, I love this guy. Put a baby in me. Let's have this baby. And she's like, oh, well, at least you're not dying. And I'm like, oh, okay.
This is a good response.
Yeah, so she's calm, man. Calmer than me.
Yeah. Of course. Your whole life's still like, bleh.
Yeah, for sure. And like, Pete's ready for it, man. Like, he's
Yeah.
like, whatever. I'm so ready to live life with you. Let's do this. And I'm like, So
you're changing, your body's changing, everything's happening, and then you and Pete obviously been married 15 years. So did it, like, after the kids, was sex weird? Was you weird? Was he weird? Did you go through dry spells? Like, do you know much about the masculine and feminine energies and stuff like that?
not a huge amount, but I know that like specifically just in marriage, like you can swing into different things. Different people are taking on different roles at different times depending on where your mental energy and where your energy's at. I just always think you got to make up 100. If he's 80, I'm 20. If he's 50, I'm 50. You just got to meet that 100 mark. And I think it's like actually what makes our marriage like great. Like we always meet in the middle.
Teamwork.
Yeah. No matter what percentage that is. Like I can be fucking nowhere and I can be like, dull, it's 100. Like it's 99 you, it's 1 me today.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Yes. Oh, I really like your take on that. That's such a really, really good way to say it. But that it is true. So did he have to take it when the days, you said you were a bit closed off. Like, yeah, you were externally like, but like internally. So was that a thing where he was like, hey, babe, I want to do more?
Lead up to falling pregnant with Cooper, we were like sex a couple of times a day. Like very
fucking rabbit vibe.
sexually active. Like I just was fucking obsessed with him and I was like, I just needed him all the time. Falling pregnant with Coop and the sickness, like I can't, again, that trauma shit, I can't remember a lot, but I reckon it would have dried up considerably. After Coop, being so young, man, I elasticated back. Like I was back and I was like, yep, let's do this. Like I was fine. I think we had a good sex life, but not a really not like a juicy one. We had sex and it was great, but it wasn't what it is now. We have just like evolved so sexually now. Like, it's insane.
Okay. I really want to get to that point right now. Okay, thanks for that story. Let's get into this one. How did that start? The new involvement of the new sex life. Is this because after the sickness of him and COVID and now Finn's fucking older and all that shit?
Yeah, he's starting to sleep in his own bed again.
Yeah.
So like,
how old is he now?
Finn is 7 turning 8. He's not quite 8 yet, but he's 8 this year.
That's a vibe.
All right. I reckon we'll have to morph into this bit of the story soon. It was to do with our weight loss. So both of us put on a lot of weight. I put that down to a lot of the trauma that was going on through the COVID, through the fucking brain cancer, through the my mum having a lobectomy, like all that stuff. The kids, the separation anxiety, trying to keep the business afloat, trying to make money because he's our breadwinner. He's come out of work. Like he's lost his job now. He's not going back. We put on a lot of weight. Yeah. So I was up in the 93, 94 kilo range. Pete was in like the 107. Like, we'd put on a considerable amount of weight through everything.
And how did you feel about that during that time? Because that's a lot.
It was a lot of weight. Yeah. I didn't realise it until he took the plunge first. He
What?
He did a hernia, tried to stop a cough because it's COVID. He tried to not cough and he gave himself a hernia.
So that he was like, fuck that shit.
He was fucked.
Yeah.
So once his hernia got done, and he will like tell you that surgery was worse than his like 2 craniotomies. Like he was fucked after that abdominal surgery. It was bad. Yeah. He started to get fit. He started to revisit basketball and all the things he did as a younger guy. And he was starting to look fucking extra yummy. And I was like, I can't be your fat wife. I'm sorry, that's a mean word. But like, I was like, no.
Girl, it's whatever's getting, like, everyone thinks
yeah. And I'm no, you can't. I don't want you to be like batting so hard. Everyone's like, why are you married to her? So I was like, I'm coming. We're doing this together.
Your Tahnee special came in, didn't it? You're hyper focused. And he's like, nope.
Nope. No.
So how long ago was that?
So he started probably 6 months before me. So it's probably been about 18 months for him.
Oh, yeah.
About 12 months for me. So March last year, I saw a photo of myself and I was like, bleh. I was like, why didn't you tell me? I was like, you could have told me I looked like that.
He had love goggles.
I just love you, man. I'm like, you love that? Like, bleh. No.
Sometimes it's just the way we react, like whatever gets us out of that spot, hey?
Yeah. So honestly, babe, I think that was it. I think getting into that mode together, and we haven't hit the gym hard or anything. Like we've just slowly been working at making changes in our life that can last forever. Like balancing our diets out, parking a little bit further on school drop off. Like, you know, so we do a 3K walk.
Oh, I love it. It's the little compound moments.
Smoochy little bits. Yeah. And I get asked a lot on my social media platform about how have you lost all the weight?
I fucking asked you and I was like, bitch, what? Because I'm going through my journey.
You look fucking amazing, can I tell you? Like,
so do you. When Tahnee came, I was like, you're disintegrating before my eyes. Because last time I saw her was at the Christmas party. It was like, it was like a gala award or something.
The gala.
Yeah, it's like 2 years ago.
With the titty growth.
Yeah, I was fucking obsessed with your tits. They were like...
they were juicy, but it's because I was 93 kilos.
I was like, there's only one thing that I kind of like miss from like my curvier days is my ass and like but you're like but then the health and the energy. Don't even. You and
like
my
lay on your back and they like slide down. You're like, that's not hot.
It's like,
right.
I know. Good, like, okay, so you were like, all right, we're doing these little things. Things are getting, you know, and then so what? Your vitality comes out. You start getting horny, or is it just looking at your man? And you're like.
I made a lot of personal choices to move off contraception and things as well. So I started getting the, I can't even say the word, it's called Depo, is like its slang word, that Depo injection.
Oh, yeah. Doing this every 3 months?
Yeah. And it was more so the doctor put it on me for my own health because back to having children, I hemorrhaged after both kids, nearly died. Oh, I know, 2 10-pound babies, don't recommend it.
10-pound babies.
10 pounds.
What the fuck is your life, bitch? I feel like I should be surprised.
Like, I'm just a jack of all things, jack in the box. Went on Depo to stop periods because they were like, you can't ovulate because you have bleeding issues. I'm like, sick, all right. So I came off that, and I do think it brought my sex life back. I was like, oh, I don't remember you looking so sexy, baby. And then I got my teeth done as well. So I have top teeth, composite veneers.
Bitch. What does that mean?
They're just fake teethies. I have little fangs, so I have 2 baby teeth I never lost.
That is not real.
Oh yeah, I can't even show you because I can't like tip my head back that far.
What, they just didn't go?
So my top 10 teeth are fake.
Cool. How much is that?
It was about $4,500.
Is that all?
Yeah. So
I
it
totally
wasn't
thought
super expensive.
I thought it was gonna be like, I thought you were gonna say like 40, 50, because anything with surgery, that kind of like cosmetic, they really.
Wow, my hyperfocus set in for that too. I just stayed awake. I didn't go under or anything. I was in the chair, built in my mouth, like, yep, fucking get me.
Are your teeth still there?
Built on top. So they're like a builder. It's insane.
That's very cool.
Modern medicine. It's insane.
We love them. From saving your husband to sick teeth.
Saving my husband, saving my sex life.
Yes. Okay, so you got your teeth. And then what? Did that just like, wow?
It gave me a definite, like, I just started feeling myself. And I was like, okay, yeah, you look all right. You're cute. You smile now with your teeth. Because I used to do those like, smiles, like a real like fucking ninny.
My friend calls them a certificate smile.
And
when she told me that, it made me laugh so much. But yeah, she calls it a certificate smile.
And you'd like do these ones with your eyes because you're like,
you're
smiling so hard that your eyes are closed.
So have you done that for so long?
My whole life, never smiled with my mouth open.
Is so much of your energy not to try and be more extrovert. Holy shit, that is
a lot. As an extroverted person, like as the outgoing person, that was a huge insecurity.
That held you back for that long, girl. My heart right now. Yeah, but now look at you. So you got that done last year or recently?
Yeah, last year. So within the health journey, so within the starting to lose weight, we're like just into that health journey, get my teeth done, get another nomination for Gold Coast Girls in Business.
I was like, yeah, bitch.
Like, and it's all happening. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck yeah, you deserve this. Yes. Then I like dabbled into starting, like, I got FOMO about like Sex Life and 365. I'm like, I want to watch these shows. Yeah. I've always been, like I said, bit closed off to that sort of stuff. I was like, started watching him and I was like, oh yeah, this is like, I could be that hot, right? Yes. I could do that.
Yes.
And, you know, just evolved into like, yeah, why can't we have that sex life? My husband is hot as fuck. Like, I can have that. So I've just been moving into that, like, jump his bone status for probably 12 to 18 months. And it's, if not every day, like every 2 days. Like,
fuck off, bitch. That much?
Yeah.
Are you like...
And it's divine.
Oh my God. Are you like coming every time?
Yeah.
Oh, bitch.
And he's a generous lover. Yes. He's so generous. Like, he... just the beautiful human he is. He's like, I just really want to make sure you have like a really good like cum. And I'm like,
babe, yes, Pete, we fucking love you more, Pete.
He's the best.
Okay,
but,
so that's really cool. So anything that's shocked you along this journey with the whole sex thing, apart from the fact that like, oh my God, do you feel like it's transferred into all areas of your life, this like sex energy that you've got? Oh, you do?
We are just... Like, we went on a holiday at the start of the year and I remember we went to Dubai.
Oh, fuck. That's random.
Oh, we went to Dubai, Rome and Singapore. It was just like a random, like,
that's fun,
drop over of places. And I was afraid of Dubai because they're very, you're not meant to hold hands. You're not meant to be close. I'm like, bro, I'm like all over my husband like a fucking rash. What do you mean I can't hold his hand? Like, can I even have sex in that country? I'm like, fuck it, I'll be in a hotel room. It'll be fine. But his sister was like, it's not us you got to be worried about. It's those two. Like, they're going to be the ones all over each other. And I'm like, yeah, we will.
This is what it is.
Yeah, but I just want to be touching him all the time. Like, he'll just be standing in the kitchen doing the dishes and I'll just, like, scooch up behind him and just, like, snuggle into him. And he's gotten to the stage now where he's, like, he just puts up with it. He's not a real touchy-feely sort of guy. And I'm like, just let me love you and then you can move. Yeah.
Just hold it for 5 seconds.
Just stand, just take it. And he's like, I love that you love me so much. And I'm like, dude, I'm obsessed with you. Like,
oh, fuck. I love that, especially with how long. Yeah. You know, you guys have been together. And
it's a new life. Like, we've been through so many different versions of us together. Yes. And this is my favorite. Like, we're in our favorite, like, era together now. Because he is, oh, baby, he is, like, fucking sexy at the moment. He's muscling up. He's slimmed down. And I'm like, I watch him through the windows on the weight bench. I'm like, yeah, you lift this fucking weight.
Yeah, I'll sit on your face later, motherfucker.
Fucking weights. He's so sexy and he's got long, beautiful, luscious, like curly hair. Yes. He's got a beard. And I'm like, oh, he's just like my fucking real life Tarzan. I'm like,
That is so fucking.
beautiful.
I fucking love that for you so hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we wrap this up, because I'm like so obsessed with this.
Yeah.
Can like say some other ladies who are definitely fucking gonna relate to this.
yeah.
Would you say that they all you did one decision and everything bled into each other? And what was like did you get scared at all? Like, who am I to be like this? Who am I to get my teeth? Who am I to fucking...
Big time.
You
Do they call it like imposter syndrome?
Yeah.
Where you're like,
my coach calls it the wobbles.
oh,
I love it too. I was like,
that.
because imposter syndrome makes me feel ick, but like
Yeah.
the wobbles.
Yeah.
So did you get the wobbles?
big time.
Yeah.
Like, and I evolve in and out of that too, where sometimes I'm like, I have no place doing these things, being this successful, being this confident. I'm like, you're a fucking mess, dude. Like, if you listen to the back end of my life, it's like, no, like, but then I like get that like inner grunt up. I'm like, no, man, you
Tahnee
fucking
special.
deserve this. Like, you deserve that hot husband. You deserve that sex life. You deserve this success, and it's only getting better. Like, this year is my year. I have this on my wrist, my 1111. It's my angel number. I see it repetitively. All my tattoos have like crazy meaning. I've got like 7 of them now.
Nice.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
a lot of tattoos.
Yeah, I've got a few.
A little bit of a
Most
tattoo
of them
whore
are
there.
for my people though. Like, I got a mum one, I got my Pete one here. I've got his heartbeat on my ribs here from when he came out of ICU from his brain surgery. They're all super meaningful. But my 1111, I came to the realization recently, I'm a real numbers guy, which is funny because I suck at maths. Like, the 1 and 1 is 2 and 2 and 2 is 4. So I'm like 24. Like, 24 is my year. So, like, big shit is happening this year. And I'm like, go for it. Go after it. Like, why not? Why the fuck not?
Oh, I fucking love that. If you're a numbers person, I'm just thinking, have you ever heard of that, the path numbers, the life path numbers?
No.
Bitch, you will fucking die. And because I will send it to you later. But
Please.
you'll be like, "Bleh." What is making you tingle right now? Like, what is making you like deep and juicy about your life? Like, or you can break it up. Like, what's deep in your life right now that you're going through?
My success, I think, at the moment. I am like I'm so pushed to, I just want to be successful so bad, and I want to do it myself. I want to like break that barrier down. We're like, yeah, bitches can do it. And I've got that support network behind me, and I've got amazing women behind me. I've like connected with so many fucking awesome women in business. I really, really strongly want to show specifically my boys, like being a boy mum, like, fuck yeah, man, mum can do it. Women can do it. They are strong. They are awesome. And we doubt ourselves constantly, but like, you got this.
Oh.
You've always got this. And I talk to a lot of women in my socials about it because I'll be like, you're so good on camera. You're so natural. I'm like, just be you, dude.
Yeah.
And anyone that doesn't like you for you, fuck them off.
See ya.
You don't need them. You only surround yourself with the people that are going to rise you the fuck up. That's all you need. Yes.
Okay, so then I'm guessing the juicy part is your fucking sex life then.
Oh, yeah.
Or the part of your life right now.
It's fucking juicy, man.
I am seriously so fucking obsessed. Okay, so let's leave it on an even higher note.
Yeah.
Just give us a little something for the ladies to take home, because, you know, something that you would wish you could have fucking heard in our own language, in our own tone.
Yep.
You know, because sometimes some things don't hit and you're like, oh.
Yep. All right. Embrace your partner and the sex life will come. Just be with them. Love everything about them. And the more you learn to just love about them, the more juicy your sex life becomes, because just everything about them you become obsessed with. The way he looks, the way he smells. Like, I walk out in the morning and he's like just rolled out of bed and I'm like, oh, I could fucking jump you right now. It's just, for me, like, don't be afraid to love your person. I know, like, everyone's like, you know, you get married and you're in love and like, but everything's so, I don't know, like,
I get that.
there's a stigma attached to it. And I'm like, just follow your own path. Be what you want to be with your person, and that's everything. Like, what anyone else on the outside says doesn't matter. Don't be afraid to embrace yourself. Don't be afraid to go after, like, don't be afraid to, like, I don't know, grab his nutsack or like fucking bite his neck or leave a hickey or just any of that. Just go for it. You got to. It's like when your whole life changes, because you're like, what have I been doing my whole life? I've been missing out on this like such deep connection, and it's been there the whole time. It's just I was closed off to it. So embrace yourself. Don't be afraid. Yeah.
Very horny. I got super railed this morning.
Oh, I love that. Mine was last night. I was going to be late to come to you. I was like smooching him up in the kitchen. He's like, get the fuck out of here. You're going to be late. I'm like,
Just for future, I would never care if anyone was ever late because they got an orgasm. Like,
nah, because I need a nap afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I could have a sleep.
That was literally me. I was like, oh, fuck, babe. I think I should just go, because he's going away for 4 days for a box. So he was
bless.
like
So you
marking
needed
his
to fucking-
territory.
Yeah, he's gotta
like,
fucking get in this. Yeah.
So can you have a few for me over the fucking weekend because I'm gonna miss my man.
Yeah, babe. I got you, boo.
Oh my god. Okay, girl. I am so fucking impressed. That is so These bitches are gonna love it so much. My babies, they're gonna love you so much. And I appreciate you. So Tahnee, do you have a code for anybody who wants to get branding? Is it only branding or can they do like your family photos? Because you did our family photos and a Mary Smithmas. Love them. I still
They were
keep them.
so cute.
So cute.
I love
So do you do personal branding on that? Anything?
everything, babe. We do everything and anything. Car stickers, birthday stuff, sports t-shirts, anything.
Vibe.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
so do you have a cheeky code for my little bitches?
Yes, please. Deep and Juicy will give you 15% off. Website wide, anything you want to grab.
Oh, that's a good
Daph's
one.
got you. She's hooking you up.
La, 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 la. Yes. Okay, I very much appreciate you. And I will link all of Tahnee's shit. She's hilarious. And she's got, like, I watch her stories. I'm like, she's a mess like me.
She's a fucking hot
But at least we
mess.
look hot doing it.
Yeah.
Hey! Okay, that's it, done.
Bag girls make them say wow.